morning. Happy Thursday, PASW staff, clients, friends joining us. We looked at The Handmaid's Tale on Monday, so your results are in. I can't wait to show you that on Friday. That looks really good. Adam Taylor's score for that kind of dissonant Philip Glass-like score. Very effective for dramatic streaming. It only does it in like a minute or so it gets a lot of work done. It says a lot within that minute. So, it's not summer, but I still think of it as like LA tourism scene. So we're gonna look at an old hotel from 1928 and go back to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. So it's confusing. Okay, we looked at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Beverly Hills Hotel is 1912. Beverly Wilshire Hotel opens in 1928. And then there's the Beverly Hilton. So I'm just saying this right now because I know that all of us, even though we live here, get confused about all the Beverlys and all that stuff. So we're going to talk about the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, which is owned by Four Seasons. But we're going to get into the history of it, what it was before, and an important person who actually was responsible for a lot of beautiful buildings that we haven't talked about before. So it's going to be Lloyderific for sure. It could be Bonnierific. We'll see. Let's just see what it is. So here's the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. So, luxurious hotel, of course. Located right on Wilshire and Rodeo Drive. Rodeo is very famous. Guests have included U.S. presidents and celebrities that we'll talk about a little bit later. Architects were Walker and Eisen. They did the Taft Building in Hollywood, which was in 1923. Beautiful building. Did the Hotel Normandy, which is near my place, in 1925. And then they helped with the Ambassador Hotel, the Art Deco entrance, the pylons right there in 1930. They did that. Let's look at our timeline. Yes, we need the timeline. 1928, this is no surprise for a year with great stuff happening. I mean, I swear, it's so fun to learn about this with you because we have 1928 is such a big year. I mean, not only just because City Hall, this is when really LA and Bullock's Wilshire, this is when, I mean, things are just grooving for LA in terms of, expansion and elegance and all this stuff. Because we have the automobile, we have the car. We can just start driving from downtown. We can start driving and getting in our car on Wilshire Boulevard and just cruising all the way to the beach if we want to. We're not going to go that far. We're going to stay in Beverly Hills. We've talked a little bit about Beverly Hills. Incorporated in 1914, but it was nothing over there. Everything was in downtown LA, and there was no oil in Beverly Hills, and so, but they found water, and that's good too. So because of this water, they decided, okay, well we can build a town, and of course Beverly Hills comes from a place in Massachusetts. So before, what do you think it was before? I mean, it was fields and everything like this, out in the open, in the 20s. But it was actually a speedway. Yeah, it was a racetrack, exactly where we're talking about, right? Right on Rodeo and Beverly. Before the hotel even was there, it was called the Beverly Hills Speedway, or the LA Speedway. And there was a wooden board track for automobile racing. It's funny to just have a racetrack right there. I mean, it's so congested right now with shopping and restaurants there. But before, it was a place you could go and bring your family and have a picnic and watch the cars go round and round and round, if you're into that kind of thing. But then, there's always somebody that kind of comes in and says, okay, enough fooling around, enough racing around. The developer, Walter McCarty, says, I want to build an apartment, a nice upscale apartment here. So no more speed racing. So he transforms these dirt roads and these speedways into a destination, and he wants movie people to come out there because why? Movie people have money, so if they invest in the city, then that's going to be good. So we're looking at a modified, French Renaissance style. That's kind of what it is. The interior is Californian and old world elegance with solid mahogany and beautiful paneled, walnut paneled walls, and it's very great inside. The Italian Renaissance influence inside is just beautiful with the lobby. So by 1928 it's completed, but it is called the Beverly Wilshire Apartment Hotel. So people would live there. But I mean, the city in 1928 had less than 18,000 residents, so it was pretty small out there. I mean, most of the people were all east, of course. In the 40s, a gentleman comes in named Paul Revere Williams. We haven't talked about Paul Revere Williams, but we have looked at some of his work. He was very good. He had a great reputation for looking at old styles, reinterpreting old styles, and updating them in a way that was fashionable yet still elegant. He was a black man, born in 1894, graduated in architecture from USC, and the funny thing is that the ironic thing is that all the stuff that he designed, and he designed stuff for, Frank Sinatra, Lucille Ball, their homes, Lon Chaney, Barbara Stanwyck. He designed their houses and designed a lot of public places too, and big buildings in the Hollywood Hills, in mid-Wilshire, even in Pasadena and La Cañada. Yet he wasn't allowed to stay there. I mean, isn't that just the ridiculous hypocrisy thing? So, and he even pointed out that most of the homes he designed, and who's the construction that he overlooked and stuff, were on deeds that included segregated convenience, barring black people. So I don't know how I guess you just bite your lip and just get to work, but such a ridiculous rule. So all these beautiful things. He helped with the Shrine Auditorium, the Stanley Moss Courthouse downtown, and he made it swing in the 1940s, literally, because with his redesign, big bands would come and play at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. So in 1992, the Four Seasons Hotel and Resorts bought the Regent, the hotel, and it became the Regent Beverly Wilshire, a Four Seasons hotel. So long to say, so let's just call it the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. And because it's Hollywood, who lived there? Elvis Presley lived there. Warren Beatty lived there for a long time, spent a number of years in the hotel. And John Lennon lived there. When he had that famous breakup with Yoko, this is when he gets in a fight at the Troubadour with Harry Nilsson and all these, he's acting out, he's on drugs, he's all, this is like the late 70s. He's living at the Beverly Wilshire the whole time. And then, they model their pool there after Sophia Loren's private villa pool in Italy. They're like, we should copy her pool and do the Mediterranean style pool there. And then, of course, everyone knows in 1990 the Beverly Wilshire was the setting for Pretty Woman, which is a very realistic setting of a prostitute. And Julia Roberts is very much like that. But all the interior scenes were actually shot not inside that hotel, like when they're in the hotel room. That was actually at the Ambassador Hotel, but all the outside, of course, was at the Beverly Wilshire. So it's interesting just to think about how far Beverly Hills had come from just a dirt speedway, into something now that is so exclusive and elite, but something nice that we can drive by. And Wilshire is just such a beautiful street in general, all because of Gaylord Wilshire, just that long stretch. And Christmas time, they put lights up all on Wilshire Boulevard, and you can still walk on Rodeo Drive, and it's still open to the public. You can get a drink at the bar at the Beverly Wilshire. I've been in a few times, and just it's really nice just to walk through and to look around and to get a little bit of the LA history that we all love. So beautiful hotel from 1928. Cool to see all the Hollywood gossip too about John Lennon and Warren Beatty and all these people that have inhabited it. Rodeo Drive is the most important, one of the most famous streets in all of the world, really. So it's right across the street from there, and Pretty Woman, and we saw all those kind of cool gossip. I mean, that's part of what makes Hollywood kind of, glamorous and all that kind of stuff. So hope you enjoyed looking at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. I've been there a few times. It's very elegant. It's great. So we will see your results for Handmaid's Tale tomorrow. Okay, so have a great rest of the day and see you tomorrow. Bye.